Welcome to my video. Today I'll be sketching a very simple street scene using gouache on my watercolor sketchbook. Because I can't travel this year, so I found this random street on Google Maps and it's in Kyoto. The perspective of the scene is pretty straightforward, but I like the navy blue curtains on that yellow beige building, contrasting with the red vending machines on the right hand side. I started off with drawing a very rough sketch of the scene. At this point, I'm not paying too much attention to the little details happening in the image, because I can always paint them later. Right now, just rough and loose shapes of the buildings and the street. Once the sketch is finished, I lay down the color of the sky and the lit area on the street. This will help set up the tone, value, and atmosphere of the painting. The shadow area of the street is relatively cool in color, reflecting the blue from the sky. I'm now just blocking out the colors of the buildings. Right now the painting is still very loose and there is not many defined shapes, but that's okay, it's part of the process. Everything will come together in the end. I really like the bright color of that vending machine, which really pops out from the background and has a very nostalgic look. Since the building at the back is in pale, cool red, I'm painting it with the color from the vending machine, but much less saturated. I'm now just working on the small details on the left side of the image. What I like about gouache is that they are very opaque colors, which means you can cover the underpaintings or any mistakes easily without worrying too much. This will give you a lot more room for creativities without holding you back. I'm now giving more details to the right side of the image, including the vending machine. Because the painting is so small, it's really hard to make realistic details, so I'm just using small brush strokes to indicate them, rather than endless rendering. I think these are very important when painting limited time frame and in actual location. Indication and abstraction would be very useful in these scenarios. Coming back to the focal point of the image, I'm giving it more details and contrast. Adding the clouds by using some loose brush strokes, just freely paint them onto the sky. Finally, adding the two poles in the front. They are almost the darkest value in the scene, but they are not black. The color is actually very warm and is close to burnt umber, with a hint of alizarin crimson. Drawing the cables between two poles. It's interesting to see how adding these lines and they will break up the composition, yet make the painting look even more alive. Just adding some small details here and there. Instead of painting random passers-by from the image, I always add my own characters to the scene, which makes the painting more personal. And here's my little dog. I'm using a watercolor pencil to draw those lines on the buildings. This will add a very different texture comparing to the gouache. As a final touch, I use a lemon yellow pastel to paint on the lighting area to make it more vibrant. Adding a pink line on the edge of the lit area is always kinda neat. So here's the final result. It took about 1 hour and 40 minutes. I really like how they turned out in the end. I scanned it into Photoshop and did some color corrections. And I also animated characters using Procreate. Okay, that's it for today. I hope you enjoy my video. If you like the content, please follow my Instagram account to see more updates or check out my website to see more of my works. And I will see you next time. Bye!